Should Christians listen to secular music? If you're supposed to be taking in the light of Jesus and you're supposed to be shining it to the world around you, how are we supposed to be bright and shining when we're full of darkness? Hey guys, Matt LaFay here. Thank you so much for watching this video, clicking on it, and I encourage you, if you enjoy this, to hit the like button and tell me what to think about it. We're going to jump right into this loaded subject here. Here we go. Let's give you a little preface here. I grew up in a very conservative home. I didn't listen to secular non-Christian music ever, unless I was walking through Walmart and I would hear the Backstreet Boys playing Backstreet's Back. Alright. So this is coming from someone that has a very strict upbringing, and I've grown along the way. Obviously, if you check out my channel, I have a lot of music on this channel. There's a lot of even secular music that I've covered on this channel, but I do have an opinion on this, so I encourage you to watch. I'm a singer-songwriter. I write songs from a Christian standpoint. I live in Canada. I've been writing music for a long time. I started my so-called career, I suppose you could call it, back in 2009 with a band called Reconcile. I wrote multiple albums. We released them on radio. We did some touring. So as a songwriter, I've released a lot of music, and then under my own personal name, Matt LaFay Music, I've released a lot of music as well. So there's a bit of history on that. So Christian music versus secular music. So first we're going to hit the secular side. So first and foremost, I'm a huge advocate for Christian music. So this might seem a little biased, but I promise you I will keep it as unbiased as possible. Okay? I believe there's good Christian music and there's also good secular music. On the flip side of that, there's bad Christian music and there's bad secular music. So I'm sure you guys have all, had to endure listening to a song that you're like, oh, this kind of thing. So once I hit my rebellious stage and started listening to non-Christian music, in my teens, I went towards rock bands like 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, Nickelback even. Still love a lot of that music to this day. That being said, I do limit what I listen to because I find it does affect me spiritually. It might not affect you, but it does affect me, and I have to look after myself. I'm sure you guys will look after your own spiritual health as well. I pray you do. So that being said, secular music nowadays seems to be getting a lot more ungodly. It seems to be getting really dark, very sexual, against religion, against God, against fundamentals of Christianity in general. If you turn on any pop station, you're going to hear, sure, they might be able to sing. They're amazing singers. There's some great singers out there. But the labels have pushed it in a way that if a song doesn't have a sexual appeal, it seems like it's not going to sell. Whether it's talking about cheating, running around, just one-night stands, there's nothing positive. If there's any positivity in secular music nowadays, it's few and far between. You're not going to hear it very often. If you're trying to listen to a pop hit station with your kids in the car, you might have some explaining to do. My wife and I recently talked about this, actually. We were just talking about, she's a huge country fan. She's a huge country fan from, like Rascal Flatts, Carrie Underwood, all those pretty good artists actually from the mid-2000s and up. She was saying recently that she has a hard time even listening to country music nowadays because of just the sexual content, how they play it up like it's normal to go around drinking, going home with somebody else's wife, husband, and it's just love, whatever. There seems to be a lot of that running rampant. So we were talking about it and we were saying, like, what a difference from even when we were teenagers in the mid-2000s, when you could turn on pop radio or country radio and you could enjoy 5 to 10 songs in a row without anything inappropriate, other than maybe a few bad words, I guess. But the themes weren't as dark and dirty and filthy and just gross as they are now. So take that as food for thought. Now, personally, I choose myself to not surround myself, let myself be sucked into that funnel anymore. I choose to not have myself surrounded by the world's agenda because, let's be honest, as Christians, there's a dark force surrounding this earth right now. We know what it is. We're Christians. We read the Bible. We know how it ends too, so hey, we win. But as of right now, there's a lot of darkness in the world, from politics. Even this virus has brought out a lot of bad things that really, as Christians, we need to be kind of standing back and saying, wait a second, we need to have another discussion about this. But that's a conversation for another day. What really brought this conversation up was my 8-year-old daughter, Amaya. I caught her listening to K-Love, which is a Christian radio station pretty much all over the United States. And we're in Canada, but we get it online, so it's a great station. Shout out to K-Love. We love you guys. Right now, they have a 30-day challenge where you listen to Christian music, K-Love, whatever it is, for 30 days and without anything else. I kept wondering why she kept having K-Love on in her Google Home. She told me, well, I'm doing the K-Love challenge, the Christian music challenge. I was like, that is amazing. Like, my 8-year-old daughter took it upon herself to actually take this challenge, and wow, that's incredible. And do you know what? I'll be honest. Hearing Christian music, and even last night, she had it playing on all night. She woke up at like 1 in the morning, and she must have turned it back on, because when I woke up this morning, it was playing again. There's something soothing about just being able to maybe just bask in God's presence just when you wake up to go to the bathroom, as strange as that sounds. But there's something soothing and calming about Christian music in general, which I love. If you have any thoughts on this so far, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about what I'm saying. If you have anything to add to what I'm saying, it would be much appreciated, guys. So your question to me: why do I choose Christian music? I guess the quick response would be, I love hearing about real life, real love, being positive-minded, and being encouraged just by a lot of Bible-believing Christians. Philippians 4:8, I'll read it to you. Finally, brothers and sisters, it's 2021, hey, finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellent, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. This is right in the Bible in Philippians, and I am a huge advocate of Christian music because it's about bringing the positivity and the love of Jesus into your home, into your life, into your car, into your workplace, and just letting that light shine through you. And just in my own attitude after switching to mostly Christian music, and I would say I listen to Christian music 99.9% of the time. The only time I wouldn't would be if I'm in like a nostalgia mood and I gotta like rock out some 3 Days Grace, I Hate Everything About You or something like that. Then I get that out of my system, thank you Jesus. If you go from listening to a secular station and flip over to a Christian station, there's an immediate boost, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about if you've done this. There's an immediate mood boost when you listen to Christian music. It just makes you all warm and fuzzy inside, but it makes you just feel the love of Jesus. I think the biggest thing is realizing that you're part of a huge body of believers across the world, worldwide, that the world almost wants you to not realize it is there. It's a huge support system that we have, and we have a universal language, which is Christian music, worshiping our God together as one people. Even if we're not in the same room, even if we're not in the same country, we are the body of Christ and we believe in the same God. So wherever you are today, I'm challenging you, take a challenge. It may not be the K-Love challenge. Let's call it the Matt LaFay Music Challenge. I don't know. Even for the next week, I challenge you to listen to nothing but Christian music and just see how it affects your life and your thinking, even your sleeping, and just come back to this video. Just let me know. I think in times like 2020 and now we're in 2021, we as Christians, as Christ followers, as Christ ambassadors, we need to take that word as ambassadors and really dig into it and realize that our job and our focus as Christians is to shine light. To shine light, we need to be bright on the inside to reflect it out. And if we're taking in the world's garbage and junk and just provocative lifestyles and even movies and all that stuff. And hey, I love my action movies and stuff like that, but I've even limited that. And I'm not turning into like this old man that's like getting cranky and stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm just really starting to be careful, and I'm really noticing and being more mindful of what my job is as a believer, as a Christian. But if you're supposed to be taking in the light of Jesus and you're supposed to be shining it to the world around you, how are we supposed to be bright and shining when we're full of darkness? We need to combat that darkness with light. We need to shine the light and show the love. Will I listen to secular music still? Every once in a while, sure, why not? But the majority of my music habits have switched to Christian music, and I'm going to keep it that way. Will I still cover secular music sometimes on this channel? Heck yeah. There's some pretty sick songs out there that I really love, that are positive. You'll never see me doing any songs on here that are like, cussing and talking about sleeping around, stuff like that. That's not cool. That's not how I roll. My belief system and your belief system as Christians should line up pretty good. I mean, as Christians, we all like to fight about who's right and wrong in the church and whose beliefs are this and that. You know what? Sometimes we need to set those arguments aside. And when I say sometimes, I mean 99% of the time, and realize that we're on the same side. As a songwriter, I have strictly promised myself and promised God that I'm going to focus my eyes and my heart and my writing style on writing songs for the church, for the people of God, for encouragement, for positivity, to share out God-breathed songs that are going to encourage the Christian and even the non-Christian that clicks on my stuff or is listening to something on the radio and hears it and instantly knows that there's a difference. I believe that Jesus is that difference. I believe that Jesus will show you to the world as a different person and use your words and use anything that you're willing to give him and just blow it up and make the world see Jesus in you, because that is our job as Christians. I'm just so happy that I've come to that realization. I really am very excited. It's a weight off my shoulders. I hope you'll join me in the Matt Lefebvre Music Challenge. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. Again, I have a lot of videos on this channel. I'm a songwriter again. There's covers on this channel. There's a lot of originals on this channel. And again, I'm going to be focusing my songwriting and my releases, my radio releases, Spotify, all that stuff, on strictly Christian music and worshiping together as the saints of God, because that is our goal and our purpose, and I am thrilled to be a part of it. Thanks so much for joining, guys. God bless. Hit that subscribe button.
Looks like life, but feels like hate, surrounding everywhere. So many situations, it seems, that gather all the blame. Focused on the here and now, not what's coming ahead.